Hi, in this lesson, we're learning about selling more by increasing buyer confidence. So that way you could sell more online courses, community memberships, and even coaching on your online websites. Hi, I'm Angel from RT Course Experts, and we help creative online course teachers with their tech. In this lesson, we're learning about selling more by increasing the buyer confidence. We're going to learn what is buyer confidence, why use buyer confidence, and we're going to get into a how-to guide going over all the different things you can do to increase your buyer confidence. Then we'll go over an example, and finally we'll summarize our top tips. First of all, what is buyer confidence? So, interested prospects that visit your property, maybe your course, your community, or your coaching website. They're interested. They found you, they want to learn more, and they need the confidence in your company and services before actually buying. So, at a high level, yeah, that's the thing that they were looking for, but they need to be fully convinced that you're the right vendor to provide them these services and that you look legit. So that's what buyer confidence is all about. As a training service provider, you're going to make sure that any doubts that prospects have are resolved. That way you can remove any buying friction. So, yeah, you have the right stuff. You say that you do the thing, the journey, the transformation, the solution that these students need. Cool. But there's a couple of little things that need to line up. And so, using buyer confidence, you're going to make sure all those other little things, when you go in a store, yeah, they might have the thing you're looking for, but if the place looks a little shady, a little suspicious, they're just trying to sell you stuff, you're going to take pause and maybe not buy it there. You might look for another provider. Let's get into how you can increase the buyer confidence on your different sales pages. First of all, videos. Videos are great. They go beyond the words. You can have explainer videos. You can have an overview of your services. You can have samples, maybe course lessons, right? You have a little snippet in there. You can have testimonial videos. You can even have how does it work? When you start working with me, these are the 3 steps, 1, 2, and 3. So videos really go beyond the words, and there's something just a lot more real about it. And so that's one way that you can increase buyer confidence. Next up is questions. So, yeah, good sales pages should have FAQs, frequently asked questions, but there might be additional questions that your prospects have, and you want to make sure that they have ways to get those answers. They want to see that you're online, that you're connected. There's a team of people behind this. It's not just this weird internet sales page. You want to have your email on your webpage, info at. You want to maybe have a contact form where they can ask you a question about the course, or a chat bot, or even a real support team if you're a big enough company. You might even want to have a way for them to schedule a meeting with you or your team so that they can use a very simple online widget to schedule a little 15-minute consultation. Next, you'll want to think about having a good about page where you provide an overview of your company, your team, your history. How long have you been doing this? Even the main teacher or the community leader or the coach, you're going to want to explain values that you have in your company, even photos of your team, photos of you, photos of your happy customers or logos. So you're going to want to have that about page that's rich. They're not going to start on your about page. They're going to start on your sales page. They're going to click around, and as they have doubts, they might check, hey, who is this company? What's going on here? Who's running the show? And tell me more about them. I want to learn a little bit more about this team to make sure that they're the right provider for me for this journey that I have, this problem that I have. In addition, legal pages. Do you have a privacy policy? Do you do the cookies correctly, especially if you're international and there's GDPR. So do you have terms of use when you access this course? Is it limited? Is it only for a few months? Or what happens if you stop paying? Is it easily understandable, or is it just legal mumbo jumbo? Or does it have nice section headers? Even though sometimes the legal documents say, hey, section headers don't apply, but they really make it much easier to digest. So do you have a very user-friendly terms of use? Do you have the company name and copyright on your footer? Does it match? Does the domain match the company name? Does the domain match the words and the name of the company on the legal pages? All that stuff has to align, right? It can't be like this one company, it's owned by 5 other companies, and there's this brand, and all of that smells a little funny when there's all these different parties involved. But is this landing page and the services and the course community, the coaching, is it all under the same company brand and maybe the owner or the lead teacher? Does it all jive, right? Does it all align? And so that helps buyers feel comfortable that this is going to be provided by a quality company. As they're looking around your pages, they might open up another tab and real quick look you up. Maybe they found you by clicking an ad, or maybe they found you on some blog. They were searching for a problem, they found your blog, and then they found out you had this other service. And so as they're like, whoa, this could be great. Hey, hold up a second. They might take a timeout, alt tab, open up a new tab, and then search for your company just to see if there's anything funny out there. Maybe it's your company, maybe it's your name. So you're going to want to make sure that your Google search is clean and that you have good SEO and metadata and deep links, and even that your socials are out there and using very similar brand names. I know it's hard to get those vanity URLs for every single company, but if you can, try to get them. They're going to have links and posts, so it's all going to be an interconnected web, right? So all of that stuff should add up. Next up is social proof. So you'll have testimonials, right? You might have a handful of testimonials. Maybe they click a button and they go to a full giant page full of more testimonials. You might have video testimonials. Beyond those testimonials, there are other ways that you can show real social proof, such as reviews or ratings. You could even have pop-ups that show these are the number of recent visitors, or these are the number of recent community members or recent customers. As you're navigating the sales pages, they could be popping up to provide reinforcement that other people are doing it, a little bit of fear, FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, but it's also building confidence that, hey, I'm not alone. This is an active website. There are real customers out there. Next up is the guarantee. So you might have a guarantee on some of the sales pages, but you should also potentially have a guarantee on the checkout, right? So right there, when they're about to put their credit card information, you can have a guarantee. What is the name of your guarantee? Is it just guarantee, or is it happy student guarantee, or designer training guarantee, or something like that? And some of the little details in your guarantee. So don't just say the word guarantee, but also have a little more details, such as how long does this guarantee last? What are conditions? Do you get 50% of your money back, 100% of your money back, even a little seal, like a nice pretty logo? So all these different parts really help. And even clicking on your guarantee, going to a more details with 2 or 3 paragraphs. That's all proof that you're a real company and that prospects can take a chance on you. And finally, the checkout page. You want to increase the confidence to your customers. They've looked around, they've found everything, it looks right. They might just peek at your checkout. Even if they're not ready to put in their credit card, they might just click that buy button. And that's great. And is it integrated? Is it right on your website? Does it open up another tab? Does it take them to this other website? Does the checkout page have the lock icon with SSL and HTTPS so it's secure? Is it branded, or does it have totally different colors because it's this online portal? It doesn't appear to be linked at all to your brand, so they might get a little suspicious. So make sure your branding is there, the colors, your logo, even the picture and the name of the product. It should be consistent. If you call your community a certain thing, and when you go to check out, the community name should be the same. It shouldn't be another word. It shouldn't be another brand. It all needs to line up. And even payment options. Do you offer good payment options? You look legit. You're a real company. You have the major credit cards and maybe one or two others like PayPal. And that's the how-to guide. So those are some of the important things that you're going to do beyond your initial sales page. You're going to want to have all these other extras to increase buyer confidence. So now let's check out an example. In this example, we're going to talk about how confidence helps the sales process. So you have a visitor, they're a prospect, they're interested, they didn't bounce. And as they're navigating, they're getting smarter on your product and services. And over time, if you're giving them that extra info, more people will stick around. First of all, you have a new training visitor. So they come to your creative training course, community, or coaching website, and they're curious. They clicked on an ad, they used Google, they found your blog. Great. So they're there and they're looking around. Now, at that point, many people just bounce. Hey, thank you. Or, oh, this doesn't look right. I thought it was something else. Or some people might read for 60 seconds and just scan around. Others might stay. They might read your full-on blog for 2 or 3 minutes. They might go ahead and click on your service. Then they're looking around maybe your main offer. So they're looking at all the obvious stuff. What is it? Who is it for? What are the features, right? So they're looking at that. And that might be good enough, or you might have to add some additional sales essentials. So you're going to add some extra stuff to like explaining the journey or what's at stake if they don't take your course, if they stay in the same job, if they don't learn these new skills, right? So you're going to call out these things. But in addition to that, you're going to maybe answer questions with FAQs. You might have videos. So now they're spending more time on your sales pages. They're reading. They're very much engaged on your sales pages. So that's going to keep people around. Whereas if you don't have these things, after a little bit of time, under a minute, most people are going to start leaving. Next up, they may have landed on some advertising landing page. So they may have entered your website through some landing page, some sales page. Now they're interested, so they might click on some other sales pages to get a little bit more information. So as an example, they may have been just 1 or 2 testimonials on your home page, but they clicked another link so they could see all testimonials or more client reviews. So then you might have another sales page that has a dozen or so testimonials and reviews. They might also start looking at social proof. Maybe a little pop-up shows up that says, hey, 10 musicians bought our course yesterday. And then as they're looking around the other sales pages, they might see a guarantee, and it might be with a lot more information that either was or wasn't on that initial home page. Because remember, your prospects are coming in from different places. They might come in through your blog, they might come in through Google, through an ad, different places, right? So they came into some landing page and they're looking around up and down and even some of the other sales pages. They already like what you offer. So now they're just confirming, they're just building confidence. So they're going to want to look at that guarantee. What if it doesn't work out? Can I get a refund? How much of a refund? Is it only a day, 30 days, 1 week? What happens? So they want to see all this stuff. They're going to look around for these additional things. Next up are other pages. So they like what they heard in your offer. They like what they heard about your course, your community, your coaching. That all sounds good, but they're just one of those kind of customers that this is a significant amount of money for them. They want to make a smart bet. So they're looking around. They're going to click the About page. They're going to look at the footer, look at the terms of use and legal, see the copyright. They might want to see a picture of the main teacher or the owner, see the history. How long has this company been around? So they just want to make sure that all that lines up, that it's not a scam and that it's consistent. There's a lot of stuff on the internet these days, so they need to feel really good that they're about to spend this money, potentially a recurring subscription, or even just giving you their credit card. Nevertheless, some bad companies could do stuff with that credit card. So they just need to feel good as they're looking around the other pages on your course, your community, your website. And then they might go back and forth, right? They might go back to that sales page and look for a little bit more. Or they might say, oh, wow, I have questions. And at every part of this stage, people are leaving. They're not coming back. So your hope is that you're keeping more people with this extra confidence that you're building. So if they do have a question, is there a contact form? Maybe they go to Google search and say, how is this course from this person? Or they might just say community and the name of your community just to see what comes up. Does it come up? Does it look good? Any weird stuff there? And if they do have questions, they're going to want different approaches, right? Some people want to call somebody. Some people want to email, or they might want to go ahead and ask a question. Hey, does it include this stuff? Is there Q&A with the coach? Will they review my portfolio? So there's these different questions they may have. You're also, as a business, learning about these questions, and wherever you can, you're adding them to the FAQs and the benefits. But over time, if there's questions that aren't not answered, you want to give those prospects an opportunity to get their questions answered. Instead of just going away, if they can see that, hey, there is a way I can engage with this team, that's much better. You're keeping those people. And then finally, they're going to consider your checkout. They're going to say, okay, everything looks good. Let me go ahead and I'm almost going to buy. Let me click buy just to see. And they want to see that that's branded, it's nice, it's fast, it's secure, has good options with the credit cards or PayPal. And so all of these things together, providing that confidence from, let's just say you get 1,000 visitors. If you don't have all that confidence, people are going to start dropping. And at the very end, you might have a much smaller amount of people that stood and bought. Whereas with the confidence, over time, as they're looking around, less and less people are going to leave your property. And so at the end of your funnel, you will be selling more because you provided confidence to these prospects. Everything lines up. This is a real company. It's a real trainer. Here's their credentials. This is what they did. Here's how these other people have gone through the journey and have reached a certain goal. And you've helped these other people, and you can help this new prospect do the same. Let's summarize. Here are the top things you need to know. So you want to increase buyer confidence so that your visitors stay around, look around, get the answers, feel good, and are able to take out that credit card and make the payment. So yeah, you're going to have a sales page. You might have several sales pages. You might not have thought about why do you need an about page if you already have a sales page and you teacher bio. But the about page gives confidence about the company, the teacher, etc. You're going to use tools like videos and social proof. You're going to be explicit about your guarantee. That doesn't mean that you have a long guarantee on your sales page. You might break it out so your sales page has a small snippet. Hey, we got a guarantee. You're good. There is no risk here. And if they want to know more, there could be another page or another section with the full guarantee. And your checkout needs to line up with your company, your brand, your colors. It's fine if you're using a third-party payment processor, that's fine, but it all needs to line up, right? Either in the same tab. If it opens up a new tab, that's okay. With the same domain, the same brand, the same product name, the same pictures and colors. All of this stuff will increase the buyer confidence and will reduce the drop-offs that happen as your prospects consider buying from you. So now you're a lot smarter on how to sell more by increasing the buyer's confidence. To learn more, check out the info and links in the notes. If you're loving this stuff, subscribe to keep leveling up your creative business. And if you need any tech help with your courses, community, or teacher website, visit www.rtcourse.com.